As of right now, it's November, so I need to start thinking of Christmas gift ideas. So me and my family both love Funko Pops, so that gave me an excellent idea. So that idea is I would take my family and Funko Pops and put them together. Basically, I want to make my family as Funko Pops. So what my plan is I'm gonna buy some Funko Pops that somewhat resemble my family, well, people in my family, and then I would modify them to make them look like the people they're supposed to be. So as I'm recording this, it's near the beginning of November, and I already have some of the Pops. I have 3 of them, which I'm going to be turning into 2 of my family members, which are my dad and my brother. So I'm going to be taking you guys through the process of me making those, and of course this video is going to be recorded way before it's uploaded because I don't want to spoil the surprise for the people in my family. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So I have this Xander Pop from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I got it for cheaper than normal price, and I think it resembles my dad pretty well. I got lucky with this one, and as you can see, I already took it apart, so I'll show you how I did that. I started by putting him in a bowl of boiling water so that I could pop the head off easily, but it turned out that his body was 2 parts, the legs and the torso, and they were glued together, so the hot water did loosen the glue and turned him into 3 parts, but that actually was pretty good because it made it a lot easier to paint the different parts of his body. And here he is, fully taken apart. I started the painting by covering everything in a thin layer of white paint to sort of prime it and make it a lot easier for me to paint the other colors over top. And then when I started painting on the colors, I started with the lighter colors first, so I started with the flesh tone and then worked my way to the darker colors. For the clothing, I wanted to make it as accurate as possible to clothing that my family actually owns. For some of the really small details, like on the shoes, I decided to use a little thumbtack with paint on it because it was a lot easier than using a paintbrush. Once I was done painting, I had to glue the body back together, and then I coated everything in a thin layer of polyurethane, which is a plastic sealant used mostly on wooden projects. And here's the finished product. 1 pop down, 2 to go. Okay, so for my brother, I found these 2 pops, which I'm going to be combining to make him. So I got Jason from The Good Place, which I'm going to be using his body, and then Tattoo from Fantasy Island, going to be using his head. So hopefully mixing them together goes well. It went really well with taking apart Xander from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so hopefully it goes well with these 2. Once again, I started by putting them in boiling water, and I had to hold down Tattoo because, as you can see, he floated a little weird in the water because he was shorter, and I had to hold him down so the head wouldn't be hard at the back and soft at the front, and it would come off nicely. Just make sure, if you are doing this at home, to be extremely careful because the water can be very, very hot. And here they are, taken apart. Once again, I started the painting process the same by covering everything in white, and then started with the lighter colors yet again. If you are doing this at home, I recommend that you be super patient with it because the painting process takes a very long period of time, but in the end it'll turn out worth it if you use your time wisely and make sure to get all the fine details and do as many coats of paint as possible until you get the look that you want. Since my brother is a huge Calgary Flames fan, I decided to give him a Flames shirt rather than just a plain red one. And once I was finished painting, I had to seal it. And my brother's pop is now done. I'm really happy with the way this turned out, and I hope he ends up liking it. Alright, so far I've spent like tons of time working on making these pops, and they've turned out really good so far. So next we're going to be making my mom, which I have Jenny from Gossip Girl right here, going to be using her head, and then Claire from Modern Family, I'm going to be using her body. I might be changing it up a little bit. I did get this pop from Game of Thrones, which I might be turning into my dog. We'll see what happens. But let's get started with those two pops. Before I move on, I need to show you something. So I got this shadow box thing for $50 at Michael's. It was half price, and it is going to work like perfectly for what I wanted to do. So basically I wanted to make like a box for them to go in that would light up, and this lights up. I know, right? It's awesome. Yeah, so it lights up, and that's really awesome, but let's get back to the pops. Once again, I started by putting them in boiling water so I could take them apart. I did have trouble with one of them because the disc thing that connects the neck and the head came off, so I put that back in boiling water, and it made it a lot easier for me to take that off. And once again, I started with a layer of white paint. Alright, so I finished all the pops just in time because today is Christmas Eve. I'm super excited to give them to my family tomorrow. I hope they like them. So why don't we take a look at them in the case that I bought, all lit up. And there you guys go. Honestly, they turned out way better than I thought they would. Once again, hope my family likes them. If you guys did like this video, please do drop a like down below and consider subscribing. Merry Christmas. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.